The YSL trial has been one of the most watched, dissected, and talked about legal battles in the world of hip-hop and entertainment. And now, shocking new developments surrounding a key witness have left fans heartbroken. The name Lil Woody has been at the center of countless headlines ever since he was revealed to be cooperating in the highly publicized case against Young Thug and his YSL associates. But what has just come to light is sending waves of sadness, disbelief, and anger throughout the fan community. This major update about Lil Woody's situation has stunned everyone who has been following the twists and turns of the YSL saga. For those who may not know, Lil Woody, real name Kenneth Copeland, was a longtime associate of Young Thug and the YSL crew. He wasn't just some minor player, he was in close circles, often seen around the same neighborhoods and events as the core members of the group. But when prosecutors began rolling out their sweeping Rico case against Young Thug and dozens of YSL affiliates, Lil Woody's name came up in court documents as someone willing to talk. Allegations quickly surfaced that he was cooperating with authorities, possibly in exchange for leniency. And from that moment forward, his life was never the same. The streets, as we know, don't forgive or forget. The very idea of cooperating with the government in a case like this is viewed as one of the deepest betrayals in hip-hop culture. Fans of Young Thug and YSL began labeling Lil Woody as a snitch, and overnight, he went from being a relatively unknown figure in the crew to a household name for all the wrong reasons. Social media exploded with debates. Some argued that he was simply trying to protect himself from a lifetime behind bars. Others said there was no excuse for turning against the same people he once rode with. But now, the sad update that has surfaced is that Lil Woody is facing mounting danger, overwhelming pressure, and deep isolation as the trial continues to unfold. Reports suggest that his safety has been compromised, and even within protective environments, he has been subjected to harassment, threats, and the constant fear of retaliation. For fans, it's heartbreaking to realize that regardless of his choices, Lil Woody is now living in a nightmare where trust, loyalty, and survival collide in ways most people could never imagine. What's even more devastating for supporters is that videos and transcripts of Lil Woody's alleged cooperation have been spreading online like wildfire. These clips, which show him talking about incidents, alleged crimes, and details that prosecutors are using against YSL, have been dissected frame by frame by the hip-hop community. Fans have poured into comment sections with anger, disbelief, and sadness, with many saying that Lil Woody's decision has forever destroyed his reputation. But behind the headlines and viral clips, there is also a human story. One of a man caught between two impossible worlds, loyalty to the streets and survival within the legal system. Family and friends of Lil Woody have also been dragged into the storm. Allegedly, some of his close relatives have received backlash, with people blaming them for his decisions or targeting them simply because of their connection to him. For a community already fractured by the weight of the YSL case, this has added another layer of tragedy. Even those who don't condone his actions can't help but feel sorrow for the heavy toll this ordeal is taking on everyone connected to him. The sad reality for fans is that no matter how this trial ends, Lil Woody's life will never be the same again. If Young Thug and YSL members are convicted, Lil Woody will forever be remembered as the man who helped prosecutors build their case. If they are acquitted, then he will face even harsher judgment from those who believe he betrayed his own people for nothing. Either way, his name has been etched into hip-hop history, not for his music, not for his art, but for being one of the most controversial figures in one of the biggest trials the culture has ever seen. What adds to the heartbreak is that some fans who once supported him are now expressing regret, saying they wish Lil Woody had stayed quiet, stood firm, or found another path out of the situation. They point out that the legacy of hip-hop has always been built on loyalty, brotherhood, and standing tall in the face of adversity. Yet, others argue that those same principles often trap young men into dangerous cycles, and Lil Woody may have simply chosen the only option that kept him alive. The debate rages on, but the sadness is undeniable. As this major update continues to spread, the entire hip-hop community is being forced to confront tough questions. How do we balance loyalty with survival? How much responsibility does a man owe to his crew, and how much does he owe to himself? And most of all, is Lil Woody truly a villain in this story, or just another casualty of a system that pits young black men against impossible odds? For now, Lil Woody remains at the center of attention, but in the worst way possible. His fans, though divided, cannot ignore the pain in this update. It's a reminder that behind the headlines, hashtags, and viral court clips, there are real people suffering. And no matter where you stand on the YSL case, the truth is clear. This is a tragedy that has left scars not just on the culture, but on everyone connected to it.